Hello and welcome back to Sci High Tech. In this video, I'm going to show you an unboxing and review of this very affordable camcorder. Let's get started. This right here is the Hausbell HDV-5052 SDR 1920 by 1080 Full HD camcorder with a Wi-Fi addition. And now let's go ahead and open up the box and see what's inside. Lifts up just like this, and there. Inside of this box you get a USB cable that connects to the camera and to the computer to be able to transfer files and to charge the camera. You also get an HDMI cable with a mini HDMI plus regular HDMI, which will connect to the camera to be able to see the footage on a television screen. You also get a yellow and white RCA cable with a jack connector to be able to connect the audio and video to the camera, and the yellow cable that connects to video, and the white cable that connects to audio of your television. And right here is the charger, which connects by USB, which outputs 5 volts, and the connector connects to mains. And I can use this USB cable to connect it into it to be able to charge the camera through USB. And it also comes with a rechargeable battery. Here is the camera. Comes in a camera case, which is really nice. And here is the camera, the main star of the show. Here's how the camera looks. Right here to be able to see the speaker. Now with touch, right here is the speaker so you can hear the audio playback of this camera. Touching it with my thumb feels a little rough, which is interesting. You also have the side panel right here, the brand, the features that this camera has, 3.0, a 3-inch screen, a 3-inch touch screen, and here's the features that this camera has. It shows that it has a 3-inch screen, Wi-Fi, night vision, and it also has an SD TF card, 2 slots, so a micro SD card or a regular SD card, which is very useful. CMOS sensor. Supports up to 32 gigs and is full HD. Very nice. And then here's the underneath, describing the model and make and where it's made. This part here you attach the battery to. This part here is where the SD card goes. And this part here is just a little button here that allows you to slip the battery into place. And you see the front of the camera right here, 16x digital zoom, f3.0 with an f7.36mm. This part here and here is for this microphone, so that way this camera can pick up the audio. 2 infrared LEDs, 2 infrared LEDs right here, and you can see right here the lens. You can see it's a little bit red. Now you're probably thinking, oh, what are you going to do? Well, just wait for a future video where I'm going to tear this camera down and remove that infrared cut filter to turn this camera into a full spectrum camera. And then here are the other features on top. You have where you have the zooming. Feels the same as a joystick from very springy, and it feels the same as a joystick from my PlayStation 2 controller. We have the buttons here. You have to actually apply a lot of force to be able to push the buttons. This one has photo mode, photo to be able to take photos with the camera, and this mode here is to change the different modes to allow it to function in different ways. So now I'm going to go ahead and open the side here. There we go. You have a little screen protector on the screen. And then you have the different modes. SD card. Micro SD card can go here. And as well as here, regular SD card goes here. This has the connection to connect to your phone, which is Wi-Fi. And right here is to connect the Wi-Fi, so that way you can connect to your phone. Power the device. Toggle the device. Menu and playback. And this button here allows it to go into night vision mode. Very interesting and very useful. And of course, this camera comes with a user manual, which will give you the instructions of every detail about how to use the camera, and it can tell you all of the features of the camera. First, I'm going to go and test out the camera by taking the SD card and putting it inside. Just like this. And now take the battery and plug it in to power the camera. Connects just like this. Okay, so now let's go ahead and activate the camera. Very nice. Viewfinder. It's very interesting. When you turn it, it just pauses when it opens. And as you can see, it's viewing the camera not so bad. You have to hold the power down. Next, what you're going to need to do is go to your App Store and find iSmart DV. iSmart DV. Now it'll show up the camera where you'll be able to connect your camera to the device. Install. Once you've downloaded and installed this app, go ahead and open it. Allow, agree, and there we go. Now go into add new camera, but before I do that, put this to the side. Go ahead and open the camera. Press and hold down the Wi-Fi button. Then you look on your phone, FHD right here, open it, password to the FHD is going to be all the numbers, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and then connect. So now, whatever the camera sees, your phone will see. So now just simply go back to your app, add camera, connect to Wi-Fi, and there you have it, instantly. Oh, and it's actually really good too. So now I just turn my phone this way. Oh, it doesn't show. Oh, that's interesting. Trying to tilt it so, oh, it doesn't show full screen. Hold on. No. Photo and videos, so that's a good feature. So you'll be able to see your photos and videos. You can change it to video mode. or I can change it to camera mode. Back to video mode. And the delay is not bad. Put my hand in front of the camera. It's close to a 1 second delay. That's actually very good. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. So I take the camera, view things, scroll around, look. And of course, when you're done playing with the Wi-Fi, connecting it directly to your phone, you can control it from your phone to record, to photograph, whatever you want to with the phone. And when you're done connecting it to the phone, just simply press the Wi-Fi button and it will detach. Just like that. And now you have just a regular camera that's independent. Not only have these kind of controls, you have right here that's kind of hidden, this little flap here. And this flap here will allow you to connect the HDMI cable, the micro, to connect to here, to connect USB, to connect to here to transfer files from the SD card, or to charge the camera, to be able to charge the camera, to be able to charge the battery, and you have this connection which will connect these cables to, which will plug in right here, just like that. Now another feature that I'm curious about, can I plug in headphones in here to be able to hear the audio from the camera? Okay, so now a feature that I thought would be useful is to take your headphones and plug your headphones into this jack, and it doesn't work. This is what will end up happening. Screen will go black, screen will go black, and have a listen. So no, you can't plug in your headphones into this. And in order to charge the camera, just simply take your USB cable that it comes with, connect it to the plug, go to your camera, open it up, flip over the flap, and take the USB cable and plug it in. Just like that, which will then allow you to charge the camera. Take this part and plug it in. It doesn't indicate anything on the screen. You can't close the screen when charging, so that's going to be an issue. But you see this little red light here turns on, showing that it's charging. As you can see, it has touchscreen features. Be able to press here, and it will show into camera mode, photo mode, tape recorder mode. That's actually useful. And then you can switch into night vision mode, which is actually really good. Here's the night vision, the LEDs, the infrared LEDs, touch menu, to go to menu, change different features of what this camera can do by pressing this. Oh, what does effect do? Oh, you can go into black and white, sepia, negative. That's actually really cool. Not very responsive, but there we go. You can also go to different sounds, control the sounds. Connect to TV, and then you can reset and format. Okay, and then to exit, just simply press the menu button, and then you're back on normal camera mode. You don't have to use touch screen, you can also control different things like this. So now, let's go ahead and test this camera. Okay, so now I'm testing out the video, seeing what it looks like in the middle of the afternoon, where the sun is the brightest, and I'm talking behind the camera. And now let's listen to the ambient audio. And now I'm going to go and just simply walk and see how it looks. Now I'm standing in the bright sun, I'm looking at the viewfinder, and I actually can't see hardly anything on the viewfinder. I have to cover it with my hand a little bit, and I can just see it. Okay, seems to be okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Looking at the LCD, I can see with me walking around, it seems to be doing okay on stabilization. It's not so shaky. And now I'm going to do the jello test. See if it wobbles. I shake it like this. Now if I move quickly like this, let's see if it still shows how clear it is and how it focuses. Bright light, dark spot, bright light, dark spot. Okay, the exposure, the automatic exposure, seems to be doing pretty good. So the automatic exposure is very good on this camera. Let's see how it looks when it's really dark. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, dark, light. Changes pretty good and pretty fast. I'm curious about. Let's see how it looks in night vision mode during broad daylight. That makes everything look black and white. Showing everything in an infrared mode. That's pretty interesting, actually. It almost gives it a full spectrum look to it. I'm thinking about removing the IR cut filter on this camera, but in a way I almost don't have to, because it's giving the same desired effect that I want from the camera. And this is what it looks like when you take the camera and put it up close to something. Trying to get macro shots isn't very good with this camera. As you can see, I'm struggling to try to get it to focus. Let's see what happens when I point the camera into the bright sun. Oh, very nice. The bright sunlight does not distort the image. Very good. And now let's go ahead and test out the digital zoom. And as you can see, it doesn't zoom in very well. Of course, that makes sense for digital videos. When you try to zoom, all it does is it just spreads out the pixels. And it doesn't make it look any better than what it was originally. Next, let's test out the special effects. Black and white mode looks like this, which I think looks very nice. And now sepia mode, which gives it an old film look, which I really like. And negative, which I actually think is very cool looking. And now another interesting thing I noticed with this camera is you can see it has a lot of lens flares. As you can see, a little ghostly looking image just above these windows. And you can see the window. You can see right here a ghostly image, and then right here on the window you can see a double window. That's because of the IR cut filter, which is that little red piece of glass that you see reflecting in the lens, seems to be too far from the sensor. Because of that, is causing it to create a lens flare in a double image. See, as I move, you can see it even more. Going perfectly straight, you can not see it anymore. But if I go in an angle, kind of like this, you start to see it become a double image. That's another interesting thing I noticed about this camera. That's kind of lowers the quality. And the blue tinge that's around it is chromatic aberration, which is also another defect in the lens. And this is what the video quality looks like just before sunset. In my opinion, I think the camera looks better when there's less light, or moderate light. And now, since it's moderate light, let's see what it looks like in night vision. And as you can see, it looks very nice. Similar to the black and white mode, but picking up more of the infrared image. And when I put my hand in front of the infrared LEDs, you can see how the camera is auto-adjusting the light. I find that very interesting. Now, let's see how this looks in artificial lighting indoors and seeing how well it works in the low light. Flipping into night vision, all the areas that are dark that you can't see with regular light is now illuminated with night vision. Now let's see how this looks in total darkness. In night vision, everything is visible, but with some noise and distortion on the camera. Let's see how this camera looks in the beginning of nightfall. And as you can see, there's a lot of noise in the image. And when you zoom, you can see the noise even more. Flip to night vision mode. Same results. And this is what black and white looks like at nightfall. And as you can see, there is more noise in the camera. Everything seems to be even darker, but it still gives a very eerie feel, which I kind of like. Still the same kind of result in sepia mode, although I kind of like this. This gives it sort of an artistic feel to it. But in my opinion, you can't really see the image. But it depends on personal preference. And of course, flipping it to negative mode gives you a full whiteout. So you need to look for areas that are very dark to be able to see the images better, such as these trees. And of course, in pure darkness, you see nothing. And now testing the camera out in total darkness with using night vision mode gives really bad results. It does not work in the dark because of the infrared LEDs are just not bright enough unless you get really close to something and you can see it. But from far distances, it does not work. Something else I found interesting when you point the camera at a very bright light source in the total darkness gives you these interesting lens flare effects. As you can see, it's a double lens flare. One is the IR cut filter, which is red, and the regular glass that is on the outside of the camera, giving that kind of a grayish look. It seems like this camcorder can take really good photos during the daytime and at night. Now this camera has 3 modes. I can press this mode button to change or press directly on this icon here. And right now it's on video mode. Now it's on photo mode. And now it's on tape recorder mode. So let's see, and now let's go ahead and test out the audio and see how it compares. Hello and welcome back to SciTech. Right now I am testing the tape recorder mode on this camera. This is an interesting feature that this camera has, so you can literally place the camera in between 2 people, not film anything or photograph anything. You can just simply set it down and record. So this makes a very useful and interesting digital tape recorder. Hello and welcome back to SciTech. Right now I am testing the tape recorder mode on this camera. This is an interesting feature that this camera has, so you can literally place the camera in between 2 people, not film anything or photograph anything. You can just simply set it down and record. So this makes a very useful and interesting digital tape recorder. Okay, so now let's test out the playback mode. Press the playback button, and there, you can see your footage. You can see that this right here is the audio recording. You can use these arrows to toggle. I'm going to toggle over to here, and you can see that's a video. That's a video, and that's a photo. If you don't see any icon showing a video camera, it means that it's a photo. Video, 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 and now this one's photo. Now I want to go back to my first video to see how the sound quality sounds. So I go ahead and press play. Okay, so now I'm testing out the video, seeing what it looks like in the middle of the afternoon, where the sun is the brightest. This is the sound. And I'm talking behind the camera. And now let's listen to the ambient audio. It's not very loud, but it still works. I mean, if you're gonna view your video and see what you recorded and you want to hear what it sounds like, it's okay. It's enough for something like this for you to hear it. And of course, when you transfer the video into your computer, that's where you're going to hear the sound much better. And I actually can't see hardly anything on the viewfinder. See, like I said about the viewfinder, looking at the LCD on the screen is no different than what I recorded. So it's the same. It's very, very pixelated looking by looking at the actual LCD. And then to stop, you just simply press stop, and then just simply go back to menu. And then just go back to back, and click out, and then you're back onto video mode. And there you have it, my review of the Hausbell HDV-5052 SDR camcorder, which is a very affordable camcorder for amateur videographers and photographers, and those of you who are wanting to start up a YouTube channel, this is a good camera to start with. And to those of you who are just wanting a simple camera to take out on a vacation. That way you want to be able to photograph and film stuff in the most affordable and simplest way. And there you have it. Thank you for watching SciTech. I hope you learned something new, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course click on the bell icon to be notified for future SciTech videos. Till the next tech, goodbye.